Kwa nafasi ya mwingine
behind the main speakers.
Kenyans are not happy with the national health insurance fund.
This is the Pefa churches in Kenya. We have had our 58th. However, we propose that the following proposals in the report should require further discussions. 1. Two-thirds gender principle. The Kenyan women have not been adequately addressed in regard to their constitutional right and the two-thirds gender principle, despite the expansion of the National Assembly by the 70% of the increase of members in the proposal document. The provision therefore require further considerations and consultation to resolve. We find that the transfer of women representatives from the Senate, from the National Assembly to the Senate, is not going to really put these women in a place where some of them can be appointed into the cabinet. Independent of the National Police Service, the proposal in the BBI report to abolish the National Police Service Commission and replace it with the Kenya Police Council, headed by the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, will highly compromise and prioritize the independence of the National Police Service and the Inspector General. We strongly recommend retention and strengthening of the National Police Service Commission as opposed to abolishing it. Number C, independence of the judiciary. The proposal in the BBI report to establish an office of the Judiciary Ombudsman appointed by the President is weakening and endangering the judicial path of restoring and administering justice to the Kenyan people, irrespective of their social and political inclinations. And therefore, in IBC, we are saying the proposal of the IBC that they should be appointed by political parties. To us, we are saying that this is a dangerous trend because they will be eventually controlled by the same political parties. And we're wondering why this time a player is appointing a referee. The Pefa Annual General Assembly, after keen consideration of the state of the nation, proposes the following. 1. That the BBI process and all reforms now and in the future should have an inclusive national dialogue process to ensure that all concerns of Kenyans are taken into consideration. And this will be building consensus so that nobody is left out, because it is building bridges initiative, not breaking bridges initiative. We are not breaking any, we are building. Number 3, that comprehensive civic education be undertaken to ensure that all Kenyans are made aware of the contents and make informed choices. We encourage all Kenyans to read the report. The church is a good agent of civic education. We are asking that the churches be considered to be part of civic education because already they have constituencies that listen to them every day of the week and every one day of the week equally. The country's elected leaders should seriously interrogate and facilitate the position and appointment of all the commissioners and the electoral laws in preparation for the 2022 general election. The National Constitutional Dialogue and Consensus Building Conference should be convened to build consensus on the proposed constitutional amendments. In conclusion, we conclude pointing out that our nation is on the verge of major constitutional reforms, and transition is something we cannot ignore. In the wake of this reality, we call upon all Kenyans to pray for God's guidance and wisdom as we all play our role to ensure peace, love, and unity.
This constitution gives everybody an opportunity to become the president of this country. But what the church is saying categorically is that we would need consensus building. We are not opposed to the document, but we are saying we cannot build bridges while building others. We build all the bridges, bring everybody on board so that we do not have a contested referendum. We want this nation to be united as we move forward.
This is a matter that we have closely looked at. Currently in our country, the doctors are suffering. The coronavirus has taken a surge high, and we are talking more about BBI, but we have forgotten the lives of the Kenyans themselves. Yes, we may have BBI, we may have the document, but shall we have the people that we want to rule? Shall we have the doctors to treat us as we continue to be sick? So as a church, we are saying we need to put more concentration on the current pandemic that we have so that we are safe. Our safety is number one. That's why our children are not in school. Why? Because of the safety. So if the fund that they want to use for the referendum would be diverted and go into taking care of this surge that has come, we will be more happy as a church.